Check it out, folks. If you guys didn't know by now, Pat Neely and myself, we started a brand new channel called the Grillin TV Network. Go by, check it out, subscribe, and enjoy this video. After this video, you're gonna wish you was my neighbor. Seafood boil. Let's get it. As always, the full ingredient list will be down in the description box below. But while you guys are looking, let me show you what the level up is. This right here is everything, folks. I can just tell you this is what flavors our water, and gives us that boil taste, and I stand by this right here. You guys got to go out, and don't forget, look down in the description box, and the link will be there so you guys can pick some of this up. I don't seafood boil without it. Okay, look, so my tool of choice, obviously we outside, I'm gonna be using my Creole fish, right? Notice I'm gonna use my paddle, and notice how this just slides in like this. You can lift this up, you don't have to worry about the steam, but this is what we're gonna be using, folks. Now, let's go ahead and prep everything that goes in the inside. Deep Creole seafood boil, right? We just finna go ahead and add this in here. This right here is where it all starts at, folks. Okay, so look, what little bit of prep we gotta do is I'm gonna take these, my lemons. I like to have that little bit of lemon flavor in there, you know what I mean? That. Then when it come down to the onions, you guys will see, I don't cut them all down like how some people do. You know what I mean? I just get them like this, right? Now that I got these, this should be enough right here because we wanna infuse these with a little bit of that flavor too, right? So now I'll bring the onions into play. See these right here? I just knocked this little outer little, casing off there, right? Then I'm gonna go ahead and just drop, cut this off like this. Makes it a little bit easier to peel. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I'm down south, check it out. I done seen my family cut these and drop them in there like that. But for me, I like to get at least the outer shell off of there, So I'm just gonna go ahead and just have this way. Go ahead and just peel this one little layer off of here, right? Okay, so you saw me put the my boil in, right? Now, once you take a look, you can see it's boiling. You know what I mean? I just run this down the bottom like this. This is real good. This is what I want to see. These will probably take the longest, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add these in just like this. But before I add anything else, I'm gonna let these stay in for about 5 minutes. Now, let me address how much, seafood boil that I put in here, right? And when I say seafood boil, I'm gonna go ahead and call it what it is. This is my Creole boil. I would suggest you guys put in half of the pack if you're gonna do about half of this, you know what I mean, and then taste it to see if that's the bite you want. For me and for the folks that's coming over here, they want bite. So if they want bite, I got bite, folks. Okay, so look, after giving my potatoes about a 7 or 8 minute head start, you guys gotta figure that part out. It depends on really the size of yours, right? You saw that I was using, what was I using? I was using red potatoes. Now for me, to go ahead to give it a little bit of an enhancement, I like to put some lemons in there. Look, I don't do nothing with them. I just knocked off the outer edge. We're gonna put some garlic, right? And then, of course, we gotta put the onion, right? Then I'm gonna hurry up and get this top back on here and get this back to boiling, right? I'm gonna cut down my sausage, and that'll be the next thing we do. All right, so now when it comes to the andouille, right? This is a chicken andouille. If you've been following me for a minute, you know I like to use chicken andouille, right? So I cut it there and then I cut this one. But I want you guys to pay attention right here. You can see all of the flavor that's in here that we finna boil. That's finna mix, with our Creole seafood boil. And this right here is what takes it over the top. These make for some nice little finger bites. So as everybody grabbing crab or grabbing some shrimp, they can grab some of this. You know what I mean? And just eat one of these. These right here is fire, folks. So now we're gonna go ahead and add this in. Don't forget, this is that chicken andouille. You guys can use whatever andouille you have. Hopefully you guys will be able to find, this chicken andouille. Whole lot of flavor. Excellent, inexpensive. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna need something to combat, this seafood. Because it is high right now. All right, so after putting that in, I'm gonna put this lid on here. I still got it on a high heat. And I'm gonna let it come up to a boil, then I'm gonna set myself a timer for about 15 minutes. I wanna see them onions starting to get real soft, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna check those potatoes and all of that, because we wanna check that, right? Then after that, then we got some seafood to put in. Now this will probably be the last thing that I put in as far as my veggies, right? So I'm just gonna take these like this, and just cut them. The reason I'm doing that, I really like them this size, but I got a few guests coming over here. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hear all that. Hey, what happened to all the corn? AB, you being cheap. You know what I mean? But yet I'm feeding everybody. When you cut them, look, when you put that flavor in there, all of that from that deep seafood Creole boil, look, that right there, when you bite these and you pull these off with your teeth, oh my goodness, I can't even really describe it. You know what I mean? You guys got to try it. Don't forget, once you do, for those of you guys that are new to this, you know what I mean, check me out down in that comment section below. When you come back, I promise you this will blow your mind. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut these like this, right? I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm doing, and the reason I'm doing this, right? That's because I don't know about y'all, but I got friends that are a little bit on the greedy side. So if you put them in like this, I know some of y'all gonna be like, hey, don't cut that off. I'm just doing this because I want it to look nice on film. You know what I mean? But if I wasn't doing that, of course, this is all food, right? So I'm just cleaning this up just a little bit. You know what I mean? And then we put this in the inside. I'm gonna do the rest of the tails. Let me go ahead and bring these out. Again, I start from the back. I take the point like that, then I just bring it, right? And just go ahead and cut it just down the middle like that. Then you end up with two halves. Anything that you find broke or whatever, you can do it. But I like it this, and when you put them in the boil, all that flesh, ooh, my goodness, I can barely talk. But check it out, instead of us having 6 or 8, now we got 12 or 16. Okay, so now what I'm really checking this for, I can see that everything, look at the lemons, nice, soft, nothing but that lemon flavor that's in the inside. That's what keeps it a little bit on the refreshing side. Look, I can look at my onions. Look how they just open up right there. Tell me you're not finna pick them up. Remember our celery? Look at this, they nice, soft. But most importantly, I wanna look down, I wanna take my, oh my goodness. You know what? The potatoes is ready, folks. That's it right there. So now, I'm gonna take this, rotate it a little bit, and then drop this back inside, right? We wanna let that come back up, get some more of that heat. Now, you remember we just went ahead and went through all of our seafood, right? So look, here go the lobsters. We just put those in there like that, right? Notice I'm trying to like watch out so I don't catch no splash, right? But we want all of this to go in there too. Look at that. You see how they swell up over there? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to show you something. This is after like 5 minutes. Look at that. You see how they start to curl up? Ain't nothing but flavor in there. That deep Creole seafood boil, I can't say enough about that. Look, let me see if I can get him up without losing it. Ooh, my goodness, right? I'm getting ready to turn this off. But right now, we finna come with that dungeness. I'm gonna leave these clusters together like this. And of course, before the food police ask, yeah, I done rinsed these, washed them, had them on ice, the whole shebang. But we wanna get these in here like this, right? Now, remember at the beginning, I said, you gonna wish you was my neighbor. Talk to me, folks. You ain't wishing that right now? Now, I'm getting ready to add some of that king crab, right? And then don't forget, I got shrimp, snow crab. I know y'all was looking at it, you was like, hey, he really didn't say too much. You know why? Because I say the best for last. Look at that cluster right there. Now, bet you wish you was my neighbor. Look at that one right there, folks. Hey, we gonna eat good tonight. And then you see that right there? Look at that. See, we coming back up to a boil, but we're gonna let that steam do just a little bit of work. Pour that in there. Make sure we get this, you know, submerged, because we wanna have a whole lot of flavor, right? And we don't wanna overcook it. So one of the things I like about having this type of pot is this right here, because when it's too much, I get to go ahead and lift that up. I'm gonna close this lid and just wait about 5 minutes, and then we finna reduce. All right, so to keep it real simple, right? Listen, you see, look, I'm just melting down my butter. I'll start with just like a tablespoon, right? Go ahead, you know, mince all your garlic, start it off like that. After that, go ahead and add the rest of your butter in there, and then the rest of your ingredients. Listen, it's super simple, as what you see I'm doing. You know what I mean? Follow this. This right here, send it right over the top. All right, here it is, folks. Look, I got myself a butter knife, because I'm gonna go ahead and take this right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this like this, right? When you do it right, it just cuts like this. You wanna talk about soft, I can take my finger, oh my goodness. Now, follow the potato, folks. You see this right here? Let me go ahead and get your brain going and your mind and everything watering, right? You see that right there? I ain't gonna say nothing, but cheers, folks. Whew. This is right. And I gotta say, listen, if you don't have, the deep Creole, seafood boil, this right here is a magic. And the whole purpose of me making this video is just to show you guys just how easy this is to make. I done already opened this up, but oh my goodness. You see this right here? This is the beauty of it being mine. I could just take this and do it like that. And you see how I get that right there? Look at that garlic and all of that on there. I don't care how it drips or whatever. Somebody don't like it, oh well. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This right here, this is my dip. So it's okay for me to double. Boy, I got this thing. Make you wanna say, shut your mouth. Look at that right there. Then I'm finna do y'all a solid. Look, I don't know how y'all do y'all's, but this is how I do mine. Don't forget, I put a lot of that deep, Creole seafood boil in there because I wanted to have a little bite. Look, that might be a little bit too much for your boy. You know what I mean? So I got some more seafood, which I gotta make. I'm gonna have to dilute and do all kind of things for me. What I'm gonna tell you is halfway, I'm gonna say a little bit over, I probably would put half of a 2-pound pack or buy it in a 1 pound, put that in there, and that'll be real nice. But for those who have already sampled it, they love it. And this right here, I'm not gonna say nothing else about it, folks. Look, now you got your own deliciousness. I can't even talk right now. I don't even want to swallow because look, everything is just, I'm having a Mardi Gras in my mouth right now. And let me pause. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. I know you guys might not have this, but don't forget, you can always look in my description box, and I think I'm gonna pin this in the #1 comment. It'll be worth your while to go ahead and try this. Hey, and then if you tried it with anything else and you put it up against this, let me know, right? So if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, I done knocked this cob off. I got another one right here. I got a little bit of this, lobster tail, and I'm out. Peace.